Is this shit recording? This looks already like a YouTube apology video, but that's impossible because no one can possibly get up in by my content. Not because it's good and pure, but mostly because nobody fucking watches this shit. But on that note, let's continue treading forward and let's get to the Bronx of why we're actually here. Not too long ago, about a week and a half ago, roughly on August 2023, no, on August 23rd of 2024 at approximately 6 o'clock at the Harkins Theater location in Chandler, Arizona, I was watching the fucking Half-Blood Prince movie, Harry Potter, and who decides to show up? No other than a fucking ignorant motherfucker. Who, you may ask? Some fat, overweight guy who decided to get sick during the middle of the movie and decided to cough up a storm. I mean, are you kidding me? What do I have to do to be able to watch a movie? You're telling me that I can't show up to a movie theater, a movie that isn't even a comedy, but a fantasy adventure where it's not really supposed to evoke a verbal response from you, you know? It's not like you're watching Deadpool and Wolverine. When I went to go watch Deadpool and Wolverine, people were laughing, but that's kind of making sense. I go and I watch this movie, and you know what happens instead? It's a nightmare. This guy keeps coughing and coughing and coughing, and because it's such a movie that is rooted in slice of life and people talking, it's just that, people talking. There's those moments of explosion and crescendo and all this stuff, but you could hear him coughing. So I sat when I booked my seat in the fourth row from the screen, because nobody tends to book that close most of the time when it's a movie that's, not too popular, because it was a rerun, it was a reshowing of the movie, of course. And when I book, there's no one in that row except me. So I book my seat, I show up, and who do I see? I see this fucking virgin who looks like he shops at Box Lunch and likes to buy the Ursula jacket themed, winter wear. So then I'm telling myself, oh, no, well, this can't be that bad. He's probably not gonna stop being picky. And then, oh God, my goodness, he starts coughing and like very free. I don't cough when I'm at a movie theater, not because I'm not sick, but because how hard is it to go? Or just save up the cough and then let it accumulate and then cough a big cough, so that you don't have to keep coughing every 10 minutes or every 5 minutes. And then it got worse, and I think this is what happened. I'm watching the movie, and it's a good one. It's the Half-Blood Prince. It's a great movie. They're all great movies. But I think what happened is the movie is so long that when he first started it, he had already come in with symptoms, but they were like really low. And about halfway through the movie, about roughly an hour in, he starts coughing more. And then about 20 minutes later, he starts coughing even more. And by the end of it, it just became this, like, he had probably reached mild symptoms. And now he's probably like at severe symptoms of just like coughing. But I ended up moving back halfway through the movie to the row behind me, and I ended up sitting in the handicap when he was the one who should have been sitting there, not me. And I remember towards the end of the movie, I was so close to saying, okay, we get it. You're fucking sick. Can you shut up? But he probably wouldn't have, probably would have gotten kicked out. And second of all, I ended up saying to him, I ended up saying like under my breath, and we weren't that far off. I was behind him probably like 7 feet, and I said, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. And it was during a quiet part of the movie, and it was like the last 10 minutes. So then I think what ends up happening is he ends up doing it a little bit more on purpose. Ugh. Oh my God, I hated it. So this is why celebrities rent out an entire theater so that they can go watch a movie whether it be their movie, a movie. So whoever, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, screw you. And second of all, I hope your family gets in a car accident. And third of all, I hope that you get in a fire, in a house fire accident, and that you come out looking like the fat version of Freddy Krueger. But instead of calling you Freddy Krueger, they call you Fatty Krueger. And you're a healthy man's worst nightmare, because you're gonna indulge him with diabetes. So fuck you, theater guy.